What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Black Air Force energy.
Are you ready for a journey? Buckle up. Let's take a trip. Into the county I was raised, you could call it pistol grip. Had stumble and slip, but I got back up real quick. Walked the fresh and smooth, moving slick, coolin' with my homies. Me, twin, riding little Webby GMC, making moves like we riding heavy Chevys. This is the motion that needed. Now I'm surfing cross Earth, star, crack the outer shell. I'm reborn through new birth. If you scared, then go to church. But me right here on the field, I've taken time out to chill. This is real spill, but I'm not an angry man. I'm just a dude who observes and I formulate a plan. I keep money right, mind strong flag posted where I stand. Scale the mountains, the city like uncharted, no stunts. I'm just a man here to finish what I started. It's my duty on a mission, but I keep myself moving through my internal intuition. Yes, I'm cooking in the kitchen, flaming heat with God's permission. Everybody wants to cure, but don't think about prevention. Mr. 7 stepping off and float. I digress, my mic is muted and you through. Mic check, let's go, let's get up. Hey, let's roll. Hey, yeah, let's get up. Listen, it's time I feel good, I feel fine up. Early on my grind, stacking paper, reading books. I just grab we I need from all the treasures I done took. Who is it that you see in the mirror? I see me, so I smile at myself and I call myself a king. Now I'm living out my dreams, I had to learn to walk again. Yes, I'm talking spiritually, I was looking out for strength. Felt like my life came to an end at that moment, I repent. Then my thoughts became my vision, so I gassed up mine and rev up the engine. I come from a dynasty, we rose from sand. No need to look around, yes, you had the power in your hands. Yeah, let's get up, let's get up. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's get. Me, I'm in my zone, focused on my own growth. I be water walking through these streets like sailboat. Me, I be the compass as I lead and guide my people. I'm a father, I'm friend with a couple guns legal. You not that smart, quit the bull. Yes, I'm seeing right through you. I be talking to the spirits, but best believe it's not voodoo. Yeah, I know you think you him, but in my head, I'm like who you? I'm a legend, I'm a beast, I'm the rose that grew through concrete. Let's keep it going. Keep it pushing as I lay back. Curtains drawn like I'm in a Maybach. Me, I'm so unique, I'm like needle in the haystack. Catching money, dodging fame, I sticking over while stacking racks. Go out hammer, pop your shit, but don't be mad when I clap back. Let's keep it going, yeah, let's go.
Me in the jungle, hit a rumble. Caught a couple touchdowns and I had a couple fumbles. Look at me, now I recovered. This is mind over matter. Keep it pushing when I stumble. Long way from home to gather wisdom and stay humble. Eyes wide shut, this me. This is thawing to me, vessel crumble. I return.
All right. This is going to be a very short live. Let's go ahead and get right on to it. Let's go ahead and see how we feel today. So, how are you? How was your headspace and how's the day been treating you thus far? Respect. Okay, now, so I have two very, very short topics. Okay, it's like two shorts. So these videos aren't long at all. I just wanted to come up, talk about it real quick and skedaddle. Let's go ahead and see what we got for the first one. And just in case we didn't ask, how's your day? How's your headspace and how's the day been treating you? Just in case no one asked you. Respect. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get to this right here. The time right now was 11:42 a.m. East Coast Standard Time. So thinking which way I want to go with this. I'm gonna go with the guy. I believe his name is Game God Goldie. All right. So we got a dude named Game God Goldie. And he's actually like, I've heard a lot of different, I guess you can say, relationship narratives, if you want to say. I've heard quite a few. Nancy, if you would be so kind to go ahead and set us up, I appreciate it, right? Okay. So I've heard all kinds of different relationship narratives, all kinds of them, right? The thing that got my attention with this one is it was like, I don't know, it was something I haven't necessarily heard, or maybe I haven't heard it put in a way in which this brother put it. Again, I like to listen to things because I want to go ahead and learn and see what's going on out here. Why do people think the way they think? And let's go ahead and talk about it, because actually this is pretty interesting. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So give me 1 second right now. Let me do this right here. And let me share my screen. Boom. There we go. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 11:43 a.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's watch.
So we talked about this in the brotherhood. If you're not in it, get in it. They keep talking about they want a woman, can't get a woman. They don't understand. They should be thankful that they don't have a woman. Thankful that you don't have a woman. You're not ready for a relationship because you're not disciplined enough to stick to the path that she will inevitably try to pull you away from. Whether it's on purpose, conscious or unconscious, she will try to pull you away from the path.
I don't know. Ladies, you get a chance to watch this on a replay. Do you agree? Do you agree that generally speaking, most women pull men away from their path? I don't know. You let me know. Let's get it.
Most men aren't in relationships. They're in emotional arrangements. You're not building with her. You're escaping through her. If your life was in order, you wouldn't need her to feel good. You choose her to add to what's already good. That's why most of these relationships don't last. And why years later, all that time spent don't translate into nothing meaningful. It's not the woman slowing you down. It's what you're using her for.
See, I'm confused on that part. I want to run this back. I'm a little, let me make sure I'm hearing him correctly before I respond. I want to hear that again because, okay.
So unconscious, she will try to pull you away from the path. Most men aren't in relationships. They're in emotional arrangements.
Damn, fellas, do you feel that way? Do you feel that generally speaking, you're not in an actual relationship? This is an emotional arrangement. And if so, how would you describe that?
Not building with her. You're escaping through her. If your life was in order, you wouldn't need her to feel good. You choose her to add to what's already good. That's why most of these relationships don't last. And why years later, all that time spent don't translate into nothing meaningful. It's not the woman slowing you down. It's what you're using her for. Like I said,
See, the thing is, I got an issue with that simply because if a man is with the woman to use her, then that by itself is a failed attempt before you even began, right? If you even go into it with that headspace, what can I just get out of you? We should be going into the relationship saying, what can I do for this person? I'm talking about ladies too. You should not be going into a relationship saying, what can I get out of this man? You should go into that relationship saying, I want somebody that I can learn to love and pour into just as much as that man wants to, right? Now, we supposed to flood, y'all can pour, right? So let's just say we balanced it out on that type of scale. If you pour, I flood. Let's go.
Those dudes aren't in relationships. They're in emotional arrangements. Understand what that means. You're not building with her. You're using her to feel better about a life that's not in order. If your life was actually where you wanted it to be, you had 200 million, you wouldn't need her to feel good. You'd be choosing her to add to what's already solid, and that's a big difference. See, a lot of men get comfortable in that cycle. I work a little, I see her, I eat, chill, have sex with her, repeat. It feels good, but nothing's progressing in your life. Now you fast forward a couple years. Statistically, most of those relationships aren't even going to last. And when it's over, what did you really gain? Nothing. You lost time, which is your life. It ain't the dinners, the movies, the trips. That's not what moved your life forward. And the real cost is what you didn't do, the focus you lost, the risk you didn't take.
I'm trying to figure out, okay, then why? Okay, so listen, this is why I don't like this type of advice, is because why are you with somebody that's not helping push what it is you got going? Like, you all should be help pushing each other's thoughts, creativity, ideas, or even just as simple, let me go ahead and rub your back after coming in the door after work, something, anything. Like, if you're with a person who has nothing to add or offer, and then yeah, you're with somebody who's draining. And generally speaking, that means that you're talking about the type of dudes that's just with a chick because she looks good. Yo, women of true value, they can look bad as I don't know what and still have a whole lot to offer. It's just about what type of women are you coming across and where are you meeting these chicks, right? So let's go.
The discipline you didn't build, and that's what set you back. And it's not even her fault. We're not going to blame the woman. That same woman with two different men, one dude gets distracted, the other one stays locked in.
Yeah.
The difference is what role she plays in your life. If you need her to feel okay, you are already losing. If your life is already structured and on point, then she's just going to enhance it. That's how it's supposed to be. You shouldn't be with a woman to escape your life. You should be with her because your life is already together and she just fits into it, not replaces it. It's some real talk. Hey man, you using that woman as an escape because your life isn't in order. You using her just like we use drugs, alcohol, sex, going out to the club. You are.
That's crazy. Then honestly, then that man had no business going into a relationship. Like, it's not about so this whole message of be thankful you don't have a woman. Nah, I think that's crazy to even say. Because most men, to some degree, we want some kind of legacy. We want somebody to protect. We want somebody to do things for. We want to know that we can fulfill a purpose outside of ourselves. Generally speaking, I can't speak for the new age men now. I'm speaking for what it is that I know as somebody in my days, right? So that's I don't know. I can't get with the whole you're with a woman and because all I'm hearing is usury. And if everything is about usury, of course that shit's not gonna work. None of that's all of that's gonna crumble. Of course. I mean, what is there to even think about on that?
Are using her to escape from having to think about you not being where you need to be in life. So if you just get your life in order, you won't need the woman and that emotional escape that she's giving you. And you would look at her in her proper perspective and realize that's not the right one.
Okay. Well, that's what he says, right? So anybody, you can type your comments down in the comment section after this live. My bad, y'all. I got this new mouse, and apparently I got some buttons on the side that my thumb keep hitting, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Let's go ahead and get to this one right here. So this is, I'm pretty sure some folks are familiar with. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. So we're going to go ahead and check out our boy Jesse, and we're going to see what he has to say with Monique. And I want to play this because even if you've seen it or not, I just think it's a dope discussion to kind of like, really go back over. I think it's a real cool conversation. So let's just go ahead and check this out real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Much respect to the family. Let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's listen. So Jesse Lee is speaking with Monique. Go ahead and hear what this sounds like.
I felt myself like, what is he? But then I had to say, you know what, Monique? When you talk about love, you got to walk in it. And though you and Jesse Lee may not agree, it don't stop me from loving you.
There you go.
What I do have for you, brother, is empathy. Because when the disconnection comes in, and you a black man, make no mistake, mama.
Black as the ace of space.
You when I look at you, I don't see no space. I see a black man.
Black as the ace of space.
What?
Black as the ace of space.
As the ace, you black as E and J on the rock.
That's right.
So when I see my brother that is a beautiful king.
And I'm gonna say this, you know, y'all can say what y'all want about Mo. I love her approach to this right here. Like her actual approach was dope as shit. I mean, I gotta give it to her on her approach. Let's go.
Beautiful king. And our community needs our kings. And we don't need our kings to talk against us or at us. We need our kings to talk to us and with us. We don't need our kings to tell us all that we're not. We need our kings to tell us what we are. So when you say, are we in a fallen state? You are part of the problem, Jesse.
No, I've been working 30 years to show blacks how to overcome the fallen state by showing them how to go and forgive their parents for failing them and return to the fathers. And once they do that, life become amazing because they fall away from the color thing. They fall away from anger. They fall away from anger.
I've heard, when I hear us refer to us as black people, when I hear, that's why I say us and we, because they my people. It's me. I can't disconnect me and say those black people. I'm trying to talk to the black people. I'm talking to us. I'm talking to our community. So when you start disconnecting the blacks, like now, you know, I'm not like, I'm trying to teach the black people, not I'm trying to teach my people.
But
is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is. You're right. It's fact.
Monique, once you're born again of God, your people are, and my people would be the people who have been born again of God, return to the Father, and they're of the Spirit, not of the color.
Oh gosh, Jesse, please cut the bullshit. Please, Jesse, cut the bullshit. Come on now, let's go ahead and keep going.
So
Jesse,
those are your people now.
Like that, if the world saw us like that, it wouldn't be inequality. It wouldn't be injustice. It wouldn't be one of our black men or daughters.
But it doesn't. Once you're born of God, it doesn't matter.
Shot up and beat and killed for no reason. So Jesse, yes, color does matter. And stop. You can't sell. If color did not matter,
it doesn't.
Well, then we would see just as many white babies being killed by police brutality than we're seeing black babies. If color did not matter, then you would not have the black community saying this is inequality. If color did not matter, you would not have our school system. See, and I've been in it. I've been to those inner city schools, and the teachers say to me, Monique, they don't give us the funding. We don't even have the funding. I've been in it.
But they're being ripped off by our own black leadership because they've turned their lives over to someone else.
Hear me. Wrong is wrong and right is right. I'm not right. You keep bringing up Obama. I'm not making right or wrong. I'm saying, listen, our community is suffering.
But they need fathers. Let me ask a final question because of time. If black people today were raised by a father and a mother who love what's right with all their heart, soul, and might, and they set good examples for their children, taught them how to work, how to be responsible, how to treat others the way they would like to be treated, would most black people be in the condition they're in today?
You, just you, building your app.
First and foremost, we got to think about all of the things that has been an obstacle that has, you know, come before us. But I'm going to let Mo talk about it a little bit more. Let's go ahead and go.
Cool. If people,
but how about the blacks?
Let me say this. If our community had both parents in the house and both parents were fighting for the betterment of their children, yes, our community would be better.
That's what we need.
If the white community had both parents in the house, because see what happens, Jesse, is when we get brothers like you, people would think that We are the problem.
You are. Black people are their own problem.
What happens is, with the welfare system, it's far more white people on welfare than it is black. Far more.
But why they're not complaining like the blacks?
Huh?
Why you don't hear the whites who are on welfare complaining and blaming someone else like the blacks do?
Well, then I need you to go into the welfare offices, Jesse. I need you to take a trip to the welfare office. See, I did, because I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to see it. And when you see our white brothers and sisters in there, not that I'm judging, you need to go take a trip. So maybe you'll stop thinking, as they brainwashed you into believing, oh, it's just the blacks complaining. No, wrong is wrong and right is right.
Now, that's the main thing I was also saying, too. If we know that there are majority white people here, then, of course, it's going to be majority of them on that as well. It's not like it's majority white people and all of them are rich. Let's keep going.
Regardless of the color. And right now, when you start speaking like some white people that speak of, oh, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, what that says is, I'm so disconnected from y'all that, yeah, it is y'all problem. It is. Let me show y'all how I can help y'all. Let me show you how I can fix y'all. You're not the savior, Jesse.
But Monique, every adult, you do agree that every adult is responsible for themselves. And when they complain all the time and blame others, that's a sign of weakness, right?
Well, oh, come on. Let's talk about it. When they blame others, that's a sign of weakness. So the man that is your great white hope, every time we see that ass on TV, he complaining about something. So now I want you to chew on your words, Jesse Lee.
But he's not complaining about evil.
Now stop it. Now I want you to stop it.
He's pointing it out. He's pointing it out, not complaining.
So
because he's a winner.
So we're not pointing it out. We're complaining.
Yeah, and burning down and destroying. And
let me say this to you.
Destroying statues and flags as though that.
Now, again, we also have to think about which generation you talk. It's so many different factors and nuances that come into play when you even get to trying to talk about that. But let's listen to more of what Mo has to say.
Going to make their life better and not.
As they should have. How do we salute people that owned us, Jesse Lee? How do we walk our children down the street and say, look at this great white hope, as you would refer to them, and tell our children you should respect and honor because they own people that look like us. Maybe not you, maybe not your mom and dad, maybe not their mom and dad, but I can damn sure bet you somewhere down the line, the people that you want to honor and they're your great white hope, they own people that look like you, Jesse Lee. So again, when we have brothers such as yourself and sisters that speak about all that we're doing, and it's just us, it's just the black problem, the blacks, as if you're not, that's the problem.
Monique, answer this for me, and then we gotta run. I'm way over time. Black people, not all, but most. Nobody in the world like black people now. They have made it worse for them. No race like them or anybody. They're afraid of them. They try to avoid them. They skirt around.
Why do you think that is, Jesse?
Because they have been acting a fool over the last year or so, burning and destroying and killing and robbing and raping and blaming. Now they have more enemies than they have. They have more enemies today than they had before because nobody liked them.
Know the history, and we don't give a damn not being liked. Let me be clear.
Why not?
You don't have to like me, but you have to respect me.
But you've tried to do it by forcing. You can't force anyone to love you.
Fannie Lou Hamer.
Who?
For your producers that are there, are your parents still alive?
My parents?
Yes.
No, they did.
Okay.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same children.
Aunts, uncles, that may be older than you?
Yes.
I feel like you come from a family that didn't tell you about your history. Because when you say to me, who was Fannie Lou Hamer?
Right.
See, I'm going to tell you who she was. Fannie Lou Hamer was a black woman. And as you recall, she's a fat black woman. And that black woman wanted to go vote. She simply wanted to go vote, Jesse Lee. And the beating they gave to that black woman And see, not the white man didn't beat her. The white man stood back and gave the weapon and gave the stick to the black man.
But Monique, what does it have to do with black people today?
I'll tell you, because you asked me
there was a time when women couldn't vote, period.
You asked me about the burning down and the looting. I'm going to tell you about it. That's
You're missing the point.
what you asked me. Well, should they be doing that, right? Should they be doing that?
Right.
Why would they do that? See, this woman named Fannie Lou Hamer, I want you to do your research and your homework so you'll understand why.
I know who you're talking. I heard of her before, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, well now you heard of her, right?
Yeah.
So she said as she was speaking.
And when we say things like it does not matter, that right there is a direct disconnect. See, the thing is that you can't say that to no other group. No other race will accept you discrediting people who they believe to be pioneers along the way. They give credit as to those people were the bricks along the way to the paved road or the bridge that they cross now. All of these figures were part of the planks as to why we have what we got going on now. So it does make a difference.
And candidly, she said this country was built on our backs.
Not true. Not true.
Very true, Jesse.
No, really.
Built on our backs.
I'm gonna have you back, Monique. That is not true. That's not true.
Labor, Jesse. Listen, what I'm not gonna do is debate you about this,
right?
Because you and I both can go to the facts and look it up. But what happens is we built it up, and we want to be treated like human beings.
But the way that blacks are acting now, they're running people away from them.
So if when they pull a black man over, and he in a family with his car. And then that black man winds up dead. And he did everything they told him to do. Was he acting like an animal, Jesse?
He's not. If he does, Monique, if he does what the cops ask him to do, he's not going to end up there. But if he fight the cop, if he draw guns, if they go for knives, if they're running because they're criminals, they're going to end up dead. The cop has no other choice but to protect themselves and protect the innocent people. These people these people who are getting killed by cops are criminals. They're thugs. They're running.
I'm gonna say this to you, brother Jesse. It's disheartening and it's disappointing.
But it's the truth. I thought you were about the truth.
I want you to hear me, please. Please hear me out.
All right.
Okay. It's disheartening and disappointing to watch a black man validate and co-sign the brutality and the murders and the killings that has happened to our black men, our black women, our black mothers, our black fathers, and to sit here in front of you, black man, and you sit there and you find reason, and our black men have been shot in the back with no weapons on them. Our black men have been choked to death and pose no threat. And you sit there, black man, and you make that okay, black man. Let me say this to you. I don't know what color your wife is, and I don't know what color your children are, but I'm going to pray for them.
But Monique, are you saying that these blacks are doing nothing?
I'll tell you what I'm saying.
They're not bringing that upon themselves.
I'll tell you what I'm saying. I empathize for the village.
But I thought you were about truth.
I am.
But then the truth is, if they didn't act out.
Let me say this. When I went to that jail, there are some sisters that were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And they looked at me and said, bitch, I'm supposed to be here. So we was clear. Then there was some that looked at me and said, Monique, I ain't supposed to be in here. So what you saying to me is, not all our black men has been shot. I'm not saying all of them were innocent. No, I'm not saying
that. Why don't the blacks speak out loud about those who are bringing this upon themselves by running, going for guns, trying to get knives and weapons? But
what about the ones who haven't, Jesse Lee?
And mouthing the cops and things like that?
What about the ones who haven't?
I don't know if any that haven't. I don't know if any.
Because you're not paying attention.
I'm paying close attention.
You want to see what you want to see, brother
No, no,
Jesse
no.
Lee. And what I'm gonna do is, because I love you. I do. I love you, brother. And for all your listeners that's listening, I want y'all to hear me. Please put one up for our brother tonight, because we got a lost one. And we got one that's so lost that he's willing to throw his people under the bus. But I want you to take yourself, because color don't matter. I want you to go to the welfare office in your area. And I want you to see all the complaining going on. I want you to take yourself to the areas that's considered not so fancy, and they just happen to be white people. And I want you to hear all the complaining going on. See?
But it still would be weakness, though, if they're complaining. Anyone who complains is weak.
Then I appreciate you saying that. Don't just put it on us. And your great white hope, your great white hope. Read his tweets. Watch his comments.
They're amazing.
Complaining, baby, I don't know what it is.
No, it's not. But Monique, anything you want to promote, are you on tour, write books, or anything?
You know what I want to promote? This is what I want to promote. You ready for this, Jesse?
I am ready.
I want to promote you finding yourself.
Amazing.
I want to promote you loving your people. I want to promote you standing up for a community that you know has been mistreated. I want to promote you to find out the history about where you come from. I know your mom and dad raised you, but find out where they came from. Then find out where they came from. Then find out where they came from. I want to promote nothing but love, but I want to promote you to stop being ignorant.
Monique, check out my organization, Bond, rebuildingtheman.com. We have been rebuilding the family by rebuilding.
That was all just rubber balls on a brick wall. Nothing penetrated.
Rebuilding the man for 30 years. We tutor, we counsel. I started an entrepreneur program where I help the guys of all races start businesses. I started a credit union where I loan them the money. They have to pay it back. We're about rebuilding the family, bringing back the order of God in Christ.
See, the thing is that that's all cool and fine and dandy, Jesse. But the thing is that when folks like yourself, it's just how you speak about your very own. I don't care what you're doing. See, people like to throw up, well, I'm donating this, I'm doing that. It's like a deflection away from, well, I'm not going to address what it is I say. I'm going to go ahead and say, I've been helping blacks. I've been helping blacks. I've been helping blacks. Like, y'all need to cut that shit out. That has nothing to do with how you speak about your people. So I don't want nobody to, like, would you want food from somebody who tosses the plate to you and says, here you go, you dirty little mother effing? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want to eat that plate? Nobody wants to be. So if you are helping or assisting or like, here goes your home, you little skank bitch. Excuse my language, but like, imagine nobody. So you can't be talking one way and then turn around saying, well, I'm doing this and helping that. Nah, it don't work like that. Don't work like that.
Man over woman and woman over children. We've been doing it for 30 years. Check it out. I think you're going to want to help me.
All right, man. That shit crazy. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and just show those videos, you know what I'm saying, real quick. So if you were here, you know what I'm saying, thank you for tuning in. If you're going to catch the replay, I appreciate that as well. So I'm just to the point where what I recognize is that there are too many different facets and mindsets. I believe that our number one problem is we're trying to get everybody to be on one accord, although I do believe that we should have something called a code, an overall standard, right? So it's like a fire drill, for example. Everybody's not going to stop, drop, and roll, but that should still be the standard. Like, we just know to do that, right? Stop, drop, and roll. We know to, you know what I'm saying, try to get out a window, whatever it may be, all of the little fire safety things that we talk about, right? So I look at that the same way. It doesn't mean everybody's going to respond the same way in a fire, right? So, and then when it comes to like men not needing women, and and men not, you should be thankful you don't have a woman. I believe that's absolutely absurd if you was to ask me. Absolutely out of this world absurd. The fact is that the very moment that all men adopt that theory is the very moment that we stop reproducing, first and foremost. So off rip population's going down, and you ain't gonna have nobody to talk to sooner or later. All right, so then moving forward, it's also just against everything as far as how we were designed. Like we were talking last night as far as nature and the connection, and there is a connection, and majority of species, they do have lifelong partners. Majority of species have this, right? So I mean, it's just something that you need to think about. But with that being said, of course, as y'all know, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and rock out and get up out of chair.
I've been on the moon, rocks space time. Travel, I repel girls with brown eyes. That two from the gravel, take this music and collect every ounce of your respect. Anybody wanna try to battle me, bring your dead. Wish I seen how money hungry fakers just be in your face. As I take a metamorphic shock like a taser. High voltage, just a God is my savior. Here to preserve all the flavor. Yes, rocky like sand and I'm smooth like a gator. On the rooftop, dressed in all black like the Raider. M16 when I spit, get a grip just like the Terminator. Like an ice cream shop, Smitty has too many flavors. Yes, I'm loyalty, no traitor. Still keep a clean cup of swamp thing. No, you're not major, let's hit the streets and still we walk. As I outline a beam of wrath, and it's all in check. Get back, yeah, we big dog. Major, that's a fact, I'm on track. Lay tracks like a train, call me two. Busting up 2 Glocks in an afro and 2 clicking up and causing much danger. No stranger to the conflict, me I tenderize the beef socks like it was a brisket. When I walk in, I turn heads. When you walk in, it be crickets. Me, I'm ducking all you haters like it's dodgeball in case you missed it. Holla at you people, thank you for another day. It's Mr. 7 from T Heavens, and you know that we don't play.
I digress. My mic is muted.
My mic is muted.